Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Oblyx here, coming at you today from the new frontier. How y'all doing today? Man, oh man, it's a great day. I can't wait to get up in here and play some modded Minecraft. Well, we back in the frontier, and as you can see, I did a little more work off camera with some additional cloches, and been gathering up a little bit of resources with these things. Let me tell you what, they churn out the stuff. The bits and bobs flow. Now, if you remember from, I think two episodes ago, we were talking about industrial craft here. We were also talking about deep storage, the difference between the bins and the caches and these Java barrels. Well, when I went to pick up that Java barrel that was out over there that had the snowballs in it that we were using for our demonstration, remember I picked it up from right around in here, and I moved it way over here and set it back down, and it held all the contents, and we were like, oh, look at that wasn't working before, and all of a sudden it was working, trying to show me up. Well, as soon as I got off camera and I went to go clean up the mess, look what happened. It's gone. So, sucker is empty again. But it can hold new items. So, whatever reason, all the items disappeared out of there. So, yeah, I think these things are buggy. And you know what? Best place for them? Right there in the trash. We're just going to avoid them. I don't trust them. I think if you set them down and left them alone, you'd be all right. But, yeah, not setting them down, not so good. Or needing to move them. Bad things happen. So, today, I want to get started on getting us headed down the path of environmental technology. So, to do that, we're going to need to first put our armor on so we don't get dead. Then, to run these environmental technologies, these resource miners and void miners and things like that, we're going to need a lot of power. And our little solar generators up here, they are fantastic for running the machines in our house. They can run them all night long with no questions. But they will not produce the 4,000 or so RF a tick we want to run these miners at their full capacity. So we need to work on some higher end power today. So we're going to start with garden cloches, because what I've picked for power, at least in this mid-tier, we'll call this mid-tier power. You know, we used our solar panels for early game power. For this mid-tier power, we're going to use something special. But I'll tell you about that in a little bit. Right now, we need to set up our cloches, which we are very familiar with because we just did it, didn't we, in our last episode. So let's get us some fluid pipes on here. Boom, boom, boom. And get our configurator. And make with the configurating. Let's set this to fluids and Bapo. Bingo, bango, bongo. We're going to have one with sand and one with dirt. Yeah, boy. Now, to power these guys, because we do remember we do have to give them some power. Oops, sun's going down. And I do want these guys to run all the way through the night without stuck on the door, without any problem. So we're going to borrow this thing, because as you remember, we got our solar panels. We're not even using it here right now. It's just kind of sitting there. So we're going to borrow it. And we're going to toss it down right there so that it gets some water from here. And let's put our universal cables on there. And try to get these up here. And let me put that cable. There we go. Bam, bam, bam. Now, once we give this guy, feed him some coal, we should be good to go. So he has a little bit of power, doesn't he? So maybe we need to do a little configuring. There we go. And the power's flowing. Yep, filling up. So now let us get a chest and a little bit of coal. By a little bit of coal, I mean an awful lot of coal. Get the right cables and put that there. Put that there. Configure. And we're going to have to get in there and get some sleep on here in a second because bad thing's about to be. Yeah, that's putting that in there. Now let's get in here and get our sleep on. Why does that door always want to stick me out? I'm going to be running away from some mob someday and that door is just going to get me killed. I guarantee. Any baddies? Anybody show up? Anybody? Anybody? Alright, we safe. There we go. Producing plenty of power. Loading up. Got our steam. We're good to go. So, cloches are ready. Now, what we're going to produce in these cloches is... So we've got our basic bins here. And we got sugarcane and hemp. So, I think I want to put these elevated. Like a so. Like a so. There we go. Okay. Now that we have that in place, I gotta go build a few more parts that we're gonna use to build some machines. And once I get the parts ready, I'll bring you back and we'll start working on some seriously cool machinage. Okay guys, done a lot of crafting. It took probably 30 minutes and a boatload of resources. Let me tell you, this is not for the weak of heart. But we've made all these goodies here. Ton of iron. Absolute metric butt ton of iron. A huge amount of steel. So that thing was working overtime over there. So yeah, copper. A lot of copper as well. A little bit of treated wood, not much. What we're going to do is make some immersive engineering machines. That's going to process this goodness and turn it into power for us. So, in the old days, you grabbed your immersive engineering manual. Now, most mods in this pack, or any other pack for that matter, have a manual, and I strongly encourage you to craft it and carry it with you because you never know when you need it. This particular one, the immersive engineering one, is just a lever and a book. We'll get you the manual. Right? Super easy. And what I do is I just throw them all in a little tablet here. You know, all the different books. So anytime I need them, I just reach in and grab it. Now, in the old days, if I wanted to make a squeezer, for example, I'd pull out this manual and you see the manual building the machine for you. So you need all these little parts because it's a multi-block machine. The machine is made up of all these little bits and pieces. So you would say stop. That's what it looks like when it's done. Then you can say go back to the original, but I want you to increment one layer at a time so that you can build it piece by piece by piece. So that's kind of the old days. Now if you look on this question mark, it tells you what parts you need to build this guy. Now apparently I need a piston that I don't have. You know what? I needed a piston in another crafting recipe, and I think I used that piston that was in my inventory. Good thing is there should be another one in here. Yep, ready to go. So it is kind of nice. The book does show you if you have all the parts necessary to build the machine in your inventory. So you can see now the piston has a green checkbox. But that was the old days. The mod has been updated and now has this device from Immersive Petroleum called a Projector. Now this is pretty easy to craft. You just need a light and some treated wood planks and a little bit of glass. Very, very easy. But what it allows you to do is take your engineering manual, open it to whatever machine you want to create. Like if I wanted to create, say, a crusher, which is a fairly large machine. Look at all of those parts that go into it. Open your manual to that page, put it in your crafting grid with the projector, and the projector becomes a crushing projector. So it will show you how to build that particular machine. So if I come over here and I click on the ground, it shows you, okay, here's your first layer, build that. So I can start placing blocks and building that machine. Kinda nice. So that's a new thing in the mod. But we don't want to build a crusher. Well, we do eventually, but not today. Today we're going to start with a squeezer. So open our book to the page in crafting grid with projector, pull the projector out, it'll say squeezer projector, drop it down, and we're going to put it probably right in here somewhere. Let's go there. Yeah, let's go there. That'll work. So now we can start grabbing our blocks. Oops, we got to leave our projector on the bar. I forgot about that. There we go. So notice it highlights for you exactly where to put the block you're holding in your hand. Like I'm holding right now. These radiator blocks, they're not part of this machine. So it's saying, yeah, you don't need these. But when I flip to the scaffolding, it goes, oh, hey, look, right here, stick them here. Makes it very easy to build the machines. Now we need some pipes. And you don't have to keep opening the manual over and over and over again, which is kind of nice. Wow, there's actually a pipe there, you just can't see it. And that looks like a light engineering block. You gotta be careful because there are light and heavy engineering blocks. Now it's another light engineering block. So these are the lights, these are the heavies, and they do look fairly similar. So you want to be kind of careful. And it's night again. Why is it always night on this server? I swear to goodness. I just had a creeper sneak up on me too. Didn't kill me, but sure did put a dent in me old armor. Always baddies on the server. Okay, so we've got that. Now we need our wooden barrels. Boop, 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 boop. Now we want some fences. Boop, boop, boop. And a spider. Hey, don't duck and weave. Get dead. Now, we're going to put these. They're not part of this machine, but I'm going to stick them there just so I can get this piston under there in the right direction. We'll bap them off there. And there we go. Machine built. Now, to activate the machine, just take your hammer and whack the appropriate block, usually the one right in the middle. And there we go. Machine is crafted. So we have built a squeezer. Nice. So this is our output, and our input is pretty much anywhere over here. So what I want to do is take a projector off my bar because it makes all those lines and it looks crazy and I don't like that. Take our logistical transporters and pull out of the bottom. That's why we kept these bins raised. And connect this up like so. And there we go, feeding our squeezer. Nice. So he's getting loaded up with hemp seeds that he's gonna squeeze for us. And I'm not too worried about this looking real pretty right now. Now we do need some power, which is going to go in right here, which we'll get to here in a few minutes. This time I want to build a fermenter. So, take our manual, crafting grid with our projector, it now becomes a fermenting projector. We throw our book out on the ground because, you know, that's how we do. And leave myself a few blocks. Boom. There we go. Now, we need some scaffolding. Scaffolding. Why is I'm always throwing stuff on the ground? I don't get it. Alright. And we need some more pipe. There's our pipe. Hey, that one didn't do the little funny glitchy thing. We need some light engineering blocks. We need a redstone block. And we need bog standard Minecraft cauldrons. Then we need iron sheet metal. And that's that. So you get the big green box, it tells you it's done. Take our hammer, bap it, and we now have a fermenter. Isn't that nice? Take that off our screen so we get rid of the red lines. And there we go. Output and input, just like the other one. So we're going to take our cables, which we may not have enough of. Definitely don't have enough of. Need to make more. So I'll have to do that here in just a second. Yeah. Dang it. Okay, I will make some more. Before that, oops, can't jump or the flip. Let's get some power going on these guys, which I may need some more of that as well. And again, as with all things we build here, this is pretty darn temporary. So we will be prettying this up a little bit when we build our permabase. This is just to get us going. Alright, let me go make some more power cables and some more transport cables, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, everybody, got our cables built and attached to our machines, and as you can see, the machines have loaded up with the goodies. Now, I do have them off right now. I threw some levers on there on the what was the redstone block. That'll let you turn the machine off because they suck a lot of power. But you can see this guy here, the squeezer, he's turning these hemp seeds into plant oil. This guy over here is fermenting the sugarcane into ethanol. So we're going to combine these two guys this plant oil and this ethanol into a larger machine to make diesel. Now I did have to add this biogenerator from Mechanism, which takes biofuel and turns it into power, just so we can get our machines up and running. Once we get the big generator going, we won't need all this stuff anymore. This steam dynamo, this biogenerator can all go bye-bye. But for now, you know, we need a little booster power to get it up and running. So to do that, I built a basic crushing factory. You could do it with a regular factory. You don't need the, I mean, you could do it with a regular crusher. You don't need the factory to keep it going. But I just like the factory because it does more. And overkill is a good thing. So you can throw rotten zombie flesh in there. Finally a use for that nonsense. It will crush it and give you the biofuel. Put a pipe between the two. It keeps this guy powered or filled with biofuel, which will output 200, and this guy will output 280 RF a tick. So just threw him on the cable on the line temporarily, and we're good to go. Alrighty, folks. Now we need to take this plant oil and this ethanol and combine them into another machine. This is going to be a refinery. Now this is quite a bit larger machine. Uses quite a bit more resources. We're getting into the heavy engineering blocks now, as well as a bunch of iron sheet metal. So I've got all that in my inventory. Now remember, we can just take that book open to the page, pop it in our inventory with this projector, and it's going to switch it to that mode. Let's actually put it where our torches are. We won't need our torches right now. And look how much bigger this guy is. But what I want to do is turn him. How do I rotate this guy? There we go. Got him rotated. Middle mouse button did that for me. So I want him kind of in this area here. That guy's 3 blocks deep, so maybe there. Let's see, do I like that? Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so we need to start with our scaffolding. And boop, boop. Doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. And we need our pipage. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That ain't gonna get it, is it? No, no, no. The right thing. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. Now we need some. These are light engineering blocks. We need one back there, and looks like we need some heavy engineering blocks. No, what is that? Oh, there we go. Heavy engineering block. Another heavy engineering block. A redstone block. And we need another light block back there. And it looks like a whole bunch of this stuff. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. And machine is done. Sweet. So take our hammer and bap it. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So with immersive engineering, we know blue is input, orange is output, blue is input. So we need to take this ethanol and get it into here. We need to take this plant oil and get it into here, and then extract from there. So I've got us a lever so we can turn this guy off. And somewhere up here, there is what I'm looking for. The power input, because as with all things, it takes go-go juice. So let's get some go-go juice over here. There we go. Powered up. Probably should have raised that up one, but whatevs. It's all temp anyway, right? Everything's always temporary until it's not. So now let's get our fluid pipes. And we're just going to run along the back right here. Pipe that right into there. Now this one, we're just going to come around the front right here. Ugly as it is. Bam. And there we go. Configurator. Don't want that one. That one's fine. There we go. Ethanol going in. Sweet. Plant oil going in. Sweet. Ethanol, plant oil, refining into biodiesel. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now, I may want to drop this down one so these don't connect. Change the flow. Boom. Nice. Now we've converted all the ethanol into biodiesel. Sweet. Now we need our final machine for the day. For this, we need to go into the power section because we're going to make a diesel generator. And I am missing 5 fluid pipes. So let me get those and I'll be back. Alrighty, got those pipes. So now we can get on with making this bad boy. We've got all the parts necessary. So, oops, wrong button. Get our projector going here. And I do want this way, like so. Right there. Alrighty. Away we build. I tell you, this new diagram system really is pretty helpful. It definitely makes things easier to figure out what's what and where and when and why. There we go. Radiator blocks back there. Generator block up here. Whoa, hello. In my face. Oh, I like how those connect. This looks like all heavy engineering blocks. And looks like more heavy engineering blocks. And some radiator blocks. And as I can tell, we are diggity done. Oh, but will it work? Now, sometimes the trick is figuring out which block to click. Now, there we go. That's the block. Look how cool this model is. Man, this diesel generator looks sweet. Doesn't it? That's just awesome. Let's look up here. Yeah. Very nice. Now, these gold are actually outputs because this is a generator. So you don't have to feed it power. It's going to generate power. Now, this is an input because it's blue. This is another input because it's blue. So we just need to feed it the diesel. And we need to get a switch. You'll see I've had these guys working. So we fill up on beats, and nether wart, as well as all these other goodies too. So yeah, we've been putting the closest to work. Now we wanted actually we want 2 levers because our other machine doesn't have one either. So let's just go on and make 2. Since we're here anyway. Oh no, I did have an extra one. Well, where in the heck did that come from? So let's fire up that plant. Let's fire up that plant. There we go. We're making diesel. So the reason it's not running is because there's nothing for it to feed right now. We're about to change that. Because I'm going to take that guy offline. And unbeknownst to this guy, he is going to power all this stuff over here. And there we go. Diesel generator. Producing plenty of power. Look at the army of sugarcane walking into this thing. The army of hemp seeds. That's just awesome. Just awesome. So this should be fully automatic. It should be able to feed itself. So the generator's producing enough power to run, you know, the cloches, which are in turn feeding the fermenter and the squeezer, which are in turn feeding the refinery, which is the generator is also powering, and then it's creating this diesel, which is filling up the generator. It's a closed loop system. Generator's a bit loud. Sure does look cool though. Look at the little fan spinning in the back. That's just awesome. Just awesome. Ooh, getting dark outside. Good thing is we can't hear the generator in here in our bedrooms. You know, we can get our sleep on. There we go. So that is just too cool. So, very soon, we're going to be getting our environmental tech up and running. Can't get up there from here. I think I can get up there from here, though. Ah, I fell off. I fell off. So we'll get our environmental technology going. Now that we have enough generator power to keep it running. And get some auto mining working. We're making progress, folks. We're making progress. Anyway, that's all I got time for today. As always, I sure do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya!